Morning students, here is a continuation of the lesson North America, land of prairies. In the last video we have discussed about rivers and Great Lakes. Now we shall discuss about agriculture of North America. Agriculture is an important occupation of North America and central lowlands of the continent, especially Canada and USA, are very productive for agricultural countries. Only 10% of total area of North America is suitable for agriculture, but the production from their farms is very high because large farms, rich soil, adequate irrigation, mechanized farming, other facilities with human efforts make North America one of the largest agricultural regions of the world. Now talking about this paragraph, agriculture is the most important occupation in two places of America and agriculture is carried on too much, that is Canada and USA. Though only 10% of area is suitable for agriculture, but still the yield is good because everything is modernized. They use mechanized farm, rich soil available, so all these yields go to production. Regions specialized in the production of specific crops are called crop belt. So what do you call as crop belt? Regions which is specialized in the production of specific crops. Only certain crops will be grown in certain area. So it is known as crop belt, corn belt, wheat belt, cotton belt, tobacco belt. That means one crop will be raised in large areas. Wheat belt only means wheat. When we talk about cotton, only cotton is grown. Wheat is one of the popular cereals grown in North America. More than rice, they only eat bread, pizza, burgers, all then only. So it is grown more in number, especially in Canada and USA. The prairie means large area of open grassland. Region provides best soil for wheat cultivation. So, the soil is provided for what? Wheat cultivation. Since the population is low, lot of surplus production is obtained, which can be exported. Maize is popularly known as corn. So, maize is popularly known or called as corn in America. It is grown extensively in the United States and Mexico. Most of the maize is used as feed crop. Most of the maize is used as what? Feed crop for feeding cattle and pigs. They are reared for meat in Mexico. For what they are raised? As a meat in Mexico. Maize is a staple food grain. But today maize is grown as a check crop. Check crop means majority of crop grown here is maize. The other popular crops are barley, oat and potato. Barley and oat can be grown even in cold weather. So which other crops can be grown even in cold weather? Barley and oat. Beer is brewed from barley. Brewed means made out of or fermented from barley. Oats is used as a feeding crop for animals. Potato is also grown in the continent which serves as a food crop. Cotton and tobacco are grown as a cash crops. Cash crops means money in the continent. The cotton belt lies along the Mississippi Valley. USA and Mexico are important producers of long staple cotton. Long staple cotton means good quality of cotton. Tobacco grows in the South USA, Cuba, Jamaica and Mexico. Where tobacco is grown? South USA, Cuba, Jamaica and Mexico. The USA ranks second after China among major tobacco growing countries of the world. Sugarcane is another important crop grown here. And Cuba is the third largest producer of sugar in the world. So popularly, it is called the sugar bowl of the world. So popularly, as the sugar grain is grown more in quantity, it is called as sugar bowl of the world. Sugar beet, it is like beetroot but it is not beetroot, is also grown in USA. It is a major source of making sugar after sugar cane. So sugar bowl. Credit goes to Cuba. The first place goes to China. Second place goes to USA in the yield of tobacco. So which takes the first place? China takes the first place and second place goes to USA in the yield of tobacco. Coffee and cocoa are the tropical plantation crops. So which are the tropical plantation crops? Coffee and cocoa. Grown in the parts of Central America and West Indies. Where it is grown? In the central parts of America as well as West Indies. Fruits like grapes, oranges, lime, apple, pears, peaches, etc. are grown in California, Florida, New Jersey and areas around urban centers. California produces 90% of wine by using grapes in the North America. Therefore, California is called wine country. Here, California is noted as wine country. Shallow continent shelves such as Grand Banks, George Banks of New England and Newfoundland coasts are popular fishing grounds. Which are the popular fishing grounds here? Grand Banks, George's Banks of New England and Newfoundland coast are popular fishing grounds. Next, the important minerals and industries. North America is blessed with abundant resources. It is blessed with more resources. Its natural resources are variety of soil. What are the resources you can find here? Varieties of soils you can find. Extensive grasslands, minerals, power, resources and forest wealth. The continent has rich deposits of different valuable minerals. Different valuable minerals. Minerals means what we get under the earth's crust is called minerals. The deposits of gold had once attracted people of this continent. Huge deposits of gold has attracted the people in this continent. Besides this, iron ore, copper, nickel, silver and zinc are the other major mineral deposits. Besides this, which are the other major deposits? That is copper, iron ore, nickel, silver, zinc, etc. The continent also abounds in coal, petroleum and natural gas. Gold is the very first mineral mined in North America. So, which is the first mineral mined in North America? Gold. California and Yukon valleys are important areas of gold mines. Which are the two valleys important for areas for gold mines? California as well as Yukon valleys. Lake Superior and its surroundings area are known for having large deposits of iron ore. So, iron ore is found around the Lake Superior. The high-grade iron ore is found in the area, found in and around Canadian Shield. Mexico is the world's major producer of silver. So, major producer of silver is Mexico. Major producer of copper is USA. And USA is the leading producer of copper in the world. It is also mined in Canada. Where it is mined? In Canada. Fossil fuels are exploited in considerable quantities throughout the continent. North America has large deposits in high-grade coking coal in Appalachian region. So, large deposits of high-grade coking coal is available in which region? Appalachian region. Pennsylvania alone produces 20% of the world's total coal production. The USA is the largest coal exporter. So, which is the largest world's coal exporter? USA. Oil and natural gas are found in Alaska, Texas, Louisiana, Kansas, and in western Canada and parts of Mexico. Offshore regions of the Pacific Ocean has good deposits of natural gas. The USA is the major producer of petroleum and USA is the leading producer of nuclear power in the world. So, USA is a major producer of petroleum as well as a leading producer of nuclear power in the world. Among the countries of North America, USA and Canada are highly industrialized. So, USA and Canada are highly industrialized among other countries of North America. Availability of raw materials like iron ore, coal, copper, bauxite helps heavy industries. So, these raw materials helps the heavy industries, and availability of power, transport and modern technology has helped industrialization to a great extent. In two places of America, that is USA and Canada, there are huge industries manufacturing big products, which are those famous because in the two places all the availability of raw materials required for industries, and apart from good water supply, good power supply is there, transport and modern technology, everything is available, hence it is industrialized. The lake region of Erie, Superior and Michigan gave seen a lot of development in iron and steel industry. Raw materials and water transport have helped tremendously. So which has helped tremendously? Raw materials as well as water supply have helped tremendously. The favor available industrial policy of USA helped in the growth of industries. The city of Pittsburgh is called Steel City. So which city is called as the Steel City? The city of Pittsburgh is called as a Steel City due to rich coal deposits found in Appalachian region. Hydroelectricity power, electric power and easy transport facilities for bulky materials. Hence it is called as a Steel City. Iron and steel is a basic industry. For any industry, iron and steel is very important and it is very basic necessity for any industry. So it helps the growth of other industries like automobile, shipbuilding, locomotives, heavy engineering, aircrafts, etc. Wood pulp, paper and newsprint are produced in USA and Canada. What all produced in Canada and USA? Wood pulp, paper and newsprint. Soft wood is used in making paper pulp. So, what type of wood is used for making paper pulp? Soft wood. Pulp, cardboard and newsprint. Pulp is used to produce synthetic fiber. So, what do you mean by pulp? The chemical or mechanically processed wood is called as pulp. Canada is one of the top exporters of paper, pulp and newsprints. So, lumbering. Lumbering means cutting of wood in North America. That is in the forest. Cutting of wood in forest in North America is called as lumbering. Is highly organized job in North America. And people engaged in lumbering in Canada are known as lumberjacks. So, what do you mean by lumberjacks? People engaged in lumbering in Canada are known as lumberjacks. Lumbering means cutting of wood in the forest in North America. Chemical industry produces a variety of articles like synthetic rubber, plastics, fertilizers and medicines. Plastic has now replaced wood to a great extent. Plastic is prepared in all parts of USA. Chicago is famous for plastic industry. Which is famous for plastic industry? Chicago. And meat packing is an important industry spread over in the number of centers like Chicago, Kansas City and St. Louis. Electrical and electronic goods are also produced on a large scale. Many of the industrial products and machinery are exported from USA and Canada. Mexico and other countries in Central America lag behind in industrial development. Most of these countries are small and do not have adequate power resources and raw materials needed for industrial development. Most of the countries, what happened, are small and they didn't have adequate proper supply of resources as well as raw materials which is required for industrial development. Other than these, there are many other small countries, that is America, but they have much developed. The last one is population. Most of the North Americans are descendants of Europeans, of American, Indians and Africans. Either they are American, Indian or Africans. Some people, most of them speak Spanish, English, French or American, Indian languages. Population density is the highest in the high lands of Mexico and Central America. So, where it is highest in the highlands of Mexico and Central America. And in the northern part of continent is almost empty, especially the frozen far north. The densely populated parts of USA are urban centers and industrial regions. So, the densely populated parts of USA are urban centers and industrial regions. Nearly 98% of population is urban in North America. So, how many percent of population is urban in North America? 98%. And the population of Caribbean islands is less. But settlement is dense due to the limited availability of land. So, this is all about the population. Okay, children, this is the end of this chapter. I hope it is clear with the explanation. Thank you.